Alright, Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of GreatMillStone that rule impeccably well, and Shalom to the Akim that's pushing his truth and sincerity across the four winds. Right, I just want to get into this video, focusing on this article I've come across on the inforum.com, and it reads, "Taking a Stand, Planned Parenthood Program educates Native youth on sex education." Right, now we know, what Planned Parenthood is already. This is basically, nothing more than a eugenics program targeting you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans in particular, man, right, who are the children of Israel, according to the Holy Bible, right? So what you have here is, Esau specifically targeting the Native American community, the reservations, into basically, into the Planned Parenthood program, man, right? And what do they do? Planned Parenthood provides abortions, right, for, mainly, you Negroes out there in America, and you other ethnic minorities, man, right? Because they place these buildings, these Planned Parenthood buildings, mostly in pure poor areas, man. Like, you have, over here in London, you have a lot of betting shops in the poor areas in London, because they're targeting poor people, right? They're targeting a particular demographic of people to use those services. That's why they put them in those communities, man, right? To keep you trapped and to keep you in an everlasting cycle, so you can never come nothing more than what you see around you, man, right? So as soon as, one of these women get pregnant, one of these so-called black women, or, Latino women or Native American get pregnant, well, first of all, they're poor. They've been placed in the projects in slavery, or in a ghetto, or whatever you want to call it, right? So as soon as they get pregnant, what are they going to do? The first thing they're going to do is, I can't afford this. I can't afford to have a baby, or, they just don't want a baby because they ain't women. They don't think straight. They don't think like how a real woman is supposed to think. Because women are supposed to desire to want to bear children, man. That's how a woman is supposed to be. If you got a woman that doesn't want to bear children, she basically doesn't have the mindset of a proper woman, man. Women are supposed to want to bear children, man. You're not supposed to want to be getting an abortion, right? That's not the natural thought process of a woman, man, right? So what are they going to do? They're going to go to Planned Parenthood, right? They're going to give them a few pills, tell them to take them pills, and they're going to basically shit that baby out, man, over the toilet, right? That's the level of wickedness that's going on in Esau's kingdom, man, right? Now, basically, when you follow this article, it says Charwood's mother had worked for the program, which aims to educate Native American youth. And Bemidji, Red Lake, and Case Lake about sexual health, students have to be at least 14 to take part in the classes, and this year Charwood was eligible, right? So now you got this Native American girl, her mother actually works for the organization, man. It is basically edging her on, trying to get her juiced into the system. My mom used to be one of the workers, and she was always really excited for me to do it. She said, Charwood, a freshman at Bemidji High School, she would get home from work and talk about how fun it was. I just always kind of wanted to do it. Native Standard Planned Parenthood program has served the Bemidji area and 2 nearby reservations since 2012. So now they're targeting you Native Americans, man. And you Native Americans are as scarce as it is. You hardly see any Native American people, man, right? You don't really see them. Unless you go to a reservation, you're not seeing no Native American people. Over here in the UK, the only time you see a Native American, because obviously there's not a lot of them here anyway, is when they're, they might doing a little musical session. We call it busking over here, where they might put on a performance, in public, and be playing the Native American tunes. But that's the only time you're really going to see them. You don't just see them when you're occasionally walking out. And even when I was in New York some years back, I never actually saw not one Native American, right, that I could identify anyway. I never saw one, right, because they're very scarce people, because the so-called white man, you Edomites, right, you slaughtered those guys, man. Esau slaughtered a lot of the Native American peoples, man, but most of them really just be in the reservations, right? The program aims to provide an in-depth, culturally specific sex education to native high schoolers and to train them to educate their peers. Planned Parenthood holds 2 8-week classes each year, one in Bemidji and one on either the Red Lake or Leech Lake reservations. Students attend 8 3-hour sessions during which they learn about pregnancy prevention, right? Why would you want to do pregnancy prevention? You know what I mean? The Lord said, go forth and multiply, man. Right? Now, obviously, this is our captivity, and it does say in the scriptures, woe unto them that have children in those days, man. But, you know, from the beginning, a woman is supposed to desire to have children, man. Right? Any woman that doesn't desire to have children at some stage, man, there's something wrong with that woman, man, because that's the natural thought process of a woman. You're supposed to want to desire to have children. And men also, you're supposed to want to desire to give birth to seed, man, in a woman. Right? That's how things are supposed to be. But Esau's system is upside down, and he doesn't want that happening, especially for you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, because he wants you guys extinct as a people. Right? It tells you that, man, in the scriptures, man. Esau doesn't want us to continue on as a nation. Right? If he could just press a button and do away with us, Esau would quickly press that button, man. Right? But that's not going to happen because that's not according to prophecy. Right? Learn about pregnancy prevention, sexually transmitted infections, different sexual orientations. So now he's spreading that homophobic agenda, man. He's opening them up to new ways of having sex, which is going to be with the same sex, man. Because, you know, Esau is a devil, man. He's going to say, okay, you know, it's okay if you're straight, but you might be a lesbian. He's going to introduce that thought into their minds, man. Right? Well, you can lay with a woman. You can be a tranny. You can do all these. You can chop your rod off. You know, if you're a woman, you can become a man. He's going to give them all these options and say, look, this is possible if you're feeling this way. He's going to give them all these demonic new ideas inside their brain. And that's from the age of 14, man, when they're still young and they're still impressionable, man, when you can still push wickedness in their minds and they might take heed onto it, man. You know? So this proves that Esau is a damn devil, man, that the Bible speaks of, man. This year's crop of 11 students, a mix of boys and girls, is one of the largest native stands and has been in recent years. And he said, she and Anna GoTooth met in the group for the last time, January 11th, for their graduation. Right? So, yo, man, Esau is a damn devil, man. People are so scared to talk about sex, or they're scared to have the conversation. The first session, you could hear a mouse squeak in the room, and then now that there are 8 weeks, they are just laughing and joking and making new friendships. Right? Now, look, man, Esau's got to go, man, because this agenda is basically to get rid of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But now he's actually targeting the native people, man. Right? Who he's already fucked over on a large scale. Right? He's already fucked over the natives, man. I'm going to get into the scriptures anyway. Right? This is Psalms chapter 55, Salakia, and verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So Esau will come along, he will give you these alternatives, he will give you, you know, solutions. They might seem like solutions at the time, but really, he has war in his heart, man. The agenda of the so-called white man is always hate, war, and just to take you out as a people, man. That's the agenda of you so-called white people. You come with them smooth words, everything sounds good. You want to act like you're trying to help people, but really they're not trying to help you, man. Right? These so-called white people are not trying to help no one but themselves, man. Right? The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. It sounds good, but war was in his heart, man. Because what's the war? Well, first of all, you're going to end up being a faggot, man. Because he's going to start teaching you about alternative sexual orientations. So they're going to introduce you to new demonic ideas that you're going to take heed onto, man, if the Lord is not dealing with you. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, man. Right? And that's the main characteristics of the so-called white man, is being able to basically charade the words that he's using, man. Right? Because he really wants to have you killed, and he wants to destroy you as a people. But when he comes along, he seems like an angel of light. But really, he's an angel of darkness, man. Right? They can make anything seem good, man. You know, you might have, it's just like, you know, you got them Benjamites that be seasoning up the pork, man. They'll be putting all them nice seasoning on it, but it's still pork. It's an abominable food which is not to be eaten, man. Right? But you've covered it in all that seasoning, so it seems it tastes nice, but really it's not according to the law, man. Right? And that's exactly how Esau is, man. He tries to make things that are abominable seem like a nice thing to do or a good thing to do, man. That's why the so-called white man has to be destroyed. Right? You Edomites have to be destroyed, man. Right? For us to continue as a people, you have to go, man. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, this is Psalms chapter 37, and I'm going to start from, which one was I looking for? Right, and verse 32. It says, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. So who's the wicked, man? The wicked is you so-called white people, man. Right, you Edomites. Your biblical name is the Edomites. And you're seeking to slay the righteous. And who's the righteous? The righteous are you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. The elect of the Native Americans and, the other 12 tribes, man. Right? Because you're going to have 2/3 of our people which are going to be cut off and die. Right? Because they don't want to hear this word, and they don't want to hear the gospel of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So they're going to be cut off and die, man. But the wicked, that's you so-called white people. You want to see us destroyed, man. You want to slay us, man. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged, man. So the Lord ain't going to leave us in this situation forevermore, man. The Lord is going to rise us up, man. Right? The Lord is going to come back and redeem his people, man. The elect of his people, man. Right? That's prophecy, and that's going to happen, man. Right? And we can't wait until that day. The last scripture I want to get is John 10 and 10, man. Because this is exactly what's happening. The thief cometh not but to steal and to kill, man. The so-called white man, again, he's the thief, man. Right? He came to the Americas, and he tried to claim that he discovered the land when there were people already here who were the natives, who were the tribe of Gad. Right? And what did he do? He started killing them, man. Right? Gave them blankets with diseases on it, smallpox, right? All kinds of abominable diseases with their filthy selves, man, and started killing you natives, man. Right? Right? That's what happened, man. That's the history. Right? That's proven. That's out there. You can go and look it up, man. We ain't making this up, man. Right? So why would you trust this damn devil, right, trying to give you sex education classes, man? Of course it's to kill you all over again, man, and to try and finish you off. You know, if it weren't for the mercy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the so-called white man would have got his way a long time ago, man. But it's only because the Lord has spoken it that we should live and survive until he comes back. That's why it's going to happen, man. Right? The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill, man. That's all the so-called white man does. And to destroy. And I come that they might have life. So Yahushai came, so he gave us life, man. He gave us this understanding. He gave us the understanding of the scriptures, man, of these breakdowns, of prophecy, man. And that they might have it no more, and not have it more abundantly, man. So we're going to have life more abundantly through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Right? We're not going to be left in this devil's hand to rot and die, man. Right? Yahushai is going to raise us up, and we're going to take over and have our own kingdom. That's the prophecy, man. And that's why we do this work. And that's why we labor in this truth until our Lord makes an appearance, man. Right? Which is very soon. The Elder Apostle Tahar has coined this year the year of prophecy, man. Right? So Lord willing, this be the last year that we're in this wicked kingdom, man. Right? Because this so-called white man, he's seeking to cut us off as a people, man. He's seeking to get rid of the tribes. Every single one of them, man. Right? But Yahushua is going to come and he's going to change all that, man.